Hi, it's Christine. Come and join me. Welcome to Happy Stuff and Fluff, a channel for women over 50 who are getting happy and growing younger. And today I just want a quick chat with you again about Rachel's interview and the results of the giveaway. So be patient, I'll tell you the names of the winners at the end. I just wanted to talk about a little bit more in detail about Rachel's interview because as I said to you, I thought it was so jam-packed full of useful information. And one of the things I noticed right from the outset, which is important to us, is I noticed that, in fact, I reckon if she did the strengths, the VIA survey, one of her top strengths would be curiosity. And it's important to us, curiosity, as you know, it's one of the top 5 for happiness, and we are going to be talking about it. But one of the things she said at the start was that when she had her depressive episodes, she became interested to know how she could look after herself, and started to search, or look after her mental health, and started to search for different strategies in order to help her to do that. You know, kind of thinking, I wonder what I can do. I wonder what's out there. What kind of strategies can I use over and above the medication that she was being given? So I thought that was quite interesting. In terms of the actions to take, well, as you know from the mood booster video where I talked about not being able to eat chocolate because I'd get addicted to it, but certainly I started to introduce more dark leafy greens into my diet since then. Not much, of course, because it wasn't that long ago, but I'm on the right track with that one, so I was quite pleased about that. The other thing that she said I really do think is important is to don't deny yourself. It's such good advice, that, because I think certainly for me, if I feel deprived about something, then like she said, you start to feel a little bit disgruntled, and then you're drawn to that particular food. And what I failed to tell you in that mood boosting video, when I talked about the fact that Mr. Kitchen and I are on a low carbohydrate diet food plan, is that when we go out for dinner, we eat whatever we want. So we don't kind of go out thinking, right, we must stay on this low carbohydrate. We don't look at it like that, because I know if I did that, it wouldn't last long. The strange thing is, now again, this could be psychological, when we go out to eat knowing, right, okay, so I'm going to forget the low carbs and I'm going to eat whatever I want. Now we tend to choose more low carbohydrate items on the menu, if of course there are any. And so that's quite strange, you know, when we look at it. And I think it's probably because we're not saying don't do it. We're just relaxed about it. So I think that was really good advice. Don't deny yourself. It's a big point. The one thing that she also talked about introducing variety, which is obviously incredibly important. And I was thinking about this afterwards, and I think, you know, that's not quite as easy as it sounds. Certainly not for me. You know, you go about your daily business and you're in a routine, and you get into a routine of what you eat for lunch and what you have for breakfast and so on. As I said to you, I only actually have 2 breakfasts, one that I eat in the winter and one that I eat through the summertime. And I'm happy with those and I enjoy them. But I don't try anything else. I might occasionally add a few different ingredients, which I will, because I am going to do a breakfast with Chrissy, coffee with Chrissy in the morning. So I'll talk more about that then. But certainly for lunch, I guess it's just because it's easy that we do this. So I think that's going to take a little bit of effort from me, but I am going to try for certain to do that. So that was good. Now, I also thought it was incredibly interesting when she said that those people who present with low mood also often tend to be low in omega-3. There's no denying it. Everything she said to us, if you haven't watched the video, I'll leave a link. But everything she said was evidence-based. This is one of the reasons why I wanted her to talk to us, because that's important to me. If I'm suggesting to you to do something, I want to know it's scientifically sound. And so I thought that was a great thing to take away. Now, I do take a supplement actually. I eat oily fish, but we've taken a supplement for years. We started to take this supplement for joint and bone health. Now, obviously, it has all these other benefits as well, so it's certainly worth doing, and increasing your oily fish intake is obviously the best way to do it. I take vitamin D anyway. As you know, we live in the north of England, and even through the summertime we don't get a lot of sunshine. I know I harp on about that. I love it here, don't get me wrong, but I think it's even more essential if you live in an area like mine that you take vitamin D, so I'm good with that. And then the gut health, well, I have yogurt at breakfast, but I'm certainly going to look into that, especially the drinks you mentioned, kefir, that drink. I'll have a look at that. So in terms of depression, the statistics are grim, as I said at the end of that video, just to throw some out there at you. This is a US statistic, but I'm pretty sure the UK and other countries won't be far behind. 1 in 10 people suffer from depression, 1 in 20 from serious depression, and women are twice as likely to suffer from it than men. Now, of the rest of us who are not diagnosed with depression, 20% report feeling in a rut or just feeling kind of okay, but feeling that there must be something better in life, and only a very small percentage of people actually feel like they're flourishing. And that flourishing is where I want all you people, you lovely, lovely people who watch my channel, I want to get you into that flourishing state. So those are kind of grim statistics. Now, just as Rachel said, antidepressant medication can be helpful, and I would never suggest otherwise either. However, recent studies have shown that positive psychology interventions or exercises, including the ones that we've done together on Happy Stuff and Fluff, significantly decrease depressive symptoms and also enhance well-being. So those of you who do not feel depressed or don't have that kind of depressive illness, it enhances well-being. Now, the caveats here, you have to want to do the exercises, and you have to choose the ones that are most suited to your particular circumstance, and then they have to become habitual, and that's what I want to do to help you here. You know, if I was your coach, then I'd be right there. You'd be answerable to me, I would be talking to you on a weekly basis, and we would get these habits into your life to do that. And it's frustrating for me that I'm not there right behind you now saying, did you manage to do the 3 good things? Have you used its strength differently today? Have you, sort of coming online 24 hours and saying that to you, it's very difficult. But you have to do them in order for them to become habitual and to help you. And we'll be talking obviously in detail about all of those as we go along. But I think this information then that positive psychology is giving us, together with the nutritional advice that Rachel and others are offering, is really encouraging. And hopefully it won't be too long before we can start to treat more and more depressive illnesses without the use of drugs. Because of course, as Rachel said, some of them do have some pretty sharp side effects, and of course we don't know what the long-term effects of taking these tablets are. And so the more we can treat without the use of drugs, then obviously the better. And for the rest of us, as I say, who are not suffering from mental illness, adopting these same lifestyle changes will enhance our moods and keep us mentally and physically healthy. Okay, so that's what I kind of took away, my thoughts after I'd finished speaking with Rachel. I want to thank you all for your comments. Some of you have said some great things, and the one thing about doing a giveaway is that you can't all win. I really don't like that feeling of that, but not to worry, we'll be having other giveaways down the line, which you'll have the opportunity for. But the 3 names that came out of the hat, as it were, are Alex Tomzin, Angie Gay, and Teresa. It's just Teresa, there is no second name. So if you want to go to the About section on the channel where my address, well, actually my email address is there, drop me an email with your names and addresses, with your names and address, and we'll get the book sent out to you. I just have one request for you. When you get the book, when you've tried a few of the recipes, when you've, when you're fully au fait with it, drop me a line and let me know how you get on with it. Keep a food diary so that if you do introduce some of these changes, you can write down when you did it, how long you did it for, or if you've adopted that kind of thing as a lifestyle, and how you feel. Make a note of how you feel, and then you can let us all know about your experience with it. That would be super. Okay, now by the time this comes out, I'm probably going to be in New York. So I'm going to take, I have a little camera I'm going to take with me, and hopefully I might be able to take you with me on some of the places that we go. That's what I'm hoping. Anyway, I'm not that good with a camera, but I'm going to give it a whirl. Okay, so I'll stop there. Once again, thank you so much to Rachel Kelly. I really enjoyed that interview. It was nice to hear some incredible information from somebody else, not just me doing the talking. So I might just have a look around and see who we can find that can come on board with us and give us information to help us on the Happy Stuff and Fluff channel. Get happy and grow younger. Okay, in the meantime, congratulations to those who won, and commiserations to those who didn't. You will get other opportunities, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.